Okay, Minasan, Minasan. Today we're gonna look at the trailer for the final movie content that we're gonna get from Kamen Rider Geats, and that is Kamen Rider Geats Jyamato Awakening movie trailer. Let's go. Okay. Sumori is back. Let's go, baby. Oh, what is that? Queen Jyamato. Oh, damn. God Jyamato. Oh, wow. Beroba is back. That is interesting. Liberation. Let's go. That's nice. Okay. Looks good. Saigo no Monogatari. Let's go. Nice. Geats. Henshin. Yes, this is the movie that I talk about. It is really exciting for us to actually get to see a conclusion to the story of Kamen Rider Geats, and it actually concludes with the story of Jyamato itself, because I felt like Jyamato is like really underutilized throughout the entire series. He has been sidelined all over again. So I'm really glad that it finally gets to see a little bit of love and attention being thrown at him, thrown at the character itself. But with that being said, let us go through the trailer scene by scene to figure out what we can learn from the trailer itself. So we start out the trailer with obviously Daichi Sparrow talking on the phone, and he is still using the DGP phone. Okay, he's not using kind of like a normal phone like all of us actually uses. He is actually using a DGP phone. So I'm really curious to see like why is he still using the phone itself. Maybe it's because Sumori is actually the one that is calling him, and that's why he's actually answering using the DGP phone itself. And we actually get to see Sumori back in action once again, as beautiful as always, back in her navigator uniform, and she is in the lounge area. And we actually get to see this new character. I think this is a new female character, and her face looks very similar to Keiwa's sister. At first, when I look at the trailer, I thought that this is Keiwa's sister, but it turns out that this is not actually Keiwa's sister, okay? But she looks very similar to her. Maybe I'm just racist like that, you know, like Asian all looks the same. Maybe I'm the problem. Don't cancel me. But yeah, let me move on. Next, we get to see death happening right in front of us. We get to see blood in action, and we get to see the rash of the girl itself. And the police, I would assume, is the guy that actually shoot the guy, okay? Like, and then that is what causes the girl to lose control and start attacking other humans because of what happened to the boyfriend, or maybe father or husband, something like that. Next, we're going to see a scream of terror and then henshin into the God Jyamato itself. It looks very similar to the design that we got for the Kamen Rider Beroba that we actually got, especially in terms of the premium card, the premium Kamen Rider Beroba and premium Beroba. Okay, it looks a very similar design. I think it is on purpose. It is kind of like telling us that, hey, pay attention. This is very important character. This is the God of Jyamato. Okay, next we actually get to see the giant size God Jyamato wreaking havoc on humanity, and we actually I think this is the future. Okay, so this is future Niram, future Geats, future S. Maybe it is from the same timeline, from a different timeline, we are not sure, but S is being tasked to go back to the past to handle the situation, to settle the problem, and that's why he is actually going through this gate. Okay, so this gate is the gate that they use for time travel. So Ace right now is actually gonna do a little bit of time traveling, and Niram is actually helping him to do that. So I'm really curious to see like where in the timeline does this Ace actually came from, because I felt like there's gonna be a little bit of kind of like fight between Ace, the present Ace and the future Ace, especially like I think the future Ace is gonna try to defeat Buffa. They're gonna locate the source, like who is actually gonna become the God Jyamato, who is the vessel of God Jyamato. And I think the future Ace is gonna misassume and mistook that maybe Buffa is actually the vessel of God Jyamato, and that therefore we actually get to see them fighting in the trailer. But maybe at the end of the day, they're gonna realize that, hey, it is not actually Buffa itself, but it turns out to be the girl that we saw in the trailer. Next, we get to see Daichi picking up the baby Jyamato, the baby God Jyamato itself. And this is really interesting because you would assume that like this Jyamato is gonna infect someone else's body and all those stuff, and the girl is definitely gonna become that Jyamato. Okay, so I'm not sure like what is gonna be the plot twist here. Maybe there's not plot twist at all. Like the trailer is quite straightforward. But next we get to see Beroba back in action once again. So like I said, okay, I said in my episode review of Kamen Rider Geats, I actually asked the question like, is Beroba, is Kekera dead? Or I don't think they are dead, okay? They are just being sent back to the future. And one thing the reason why I said this during the episodic review is because one thing that we learned about the people from the future, when they came into the past, they actually uses an avatar to access the present day. And therefore, they are able to gonna mingle around and all that stuff because they are using an avatar. It is not their real body. So when we actually get to see them being defeated by the rider itself, they are not actually dead, but they are just, their avatar got defeated. Maybe it is kind of like Ready Player One. If you die, you need to create a new account to start over again. So maybe that is why we don't actually get to see the villain like making a return immediately, but after a long while. So we get to see Beroba back in action, and we get to see Buffa being someone who is very hurt. He's have coughing blood all over him. So we are not sure what is going on. But after the next scene, the very next scene, we actually get to see Buffa is actually struggling to control the power that is inside of him, and that is the power of the Jyamato itself. And we actually knows that he still have this power inside of him during the final few episodes of the series. When he defeated Beroba, he did say he still have the power of the Jamashin inside of him. He still have the power of the Jama God, rather than the power of his power is not being granted by kind of like the desire god itself, but is actually granted by the Jama god. So I'm not sure like whether or not like that is the reason why he's like losing control here. But we do actually get to see him maybe finally being able to control his power and kind of like causing the power to turn into the rice buckle, the explosion rice buckle that he's gonna, the plosion rice buckle that he's gonna use in the movie itself. So this is, I would say, his Jyamato final form. Finally, we get to see that. Beroba is back in action once again, like being like really crackling, something like that. So I really love it. Next, we get to see Ukiyo as in a white hair, blue eyes with the golden Geats 9 rice buckle. It is gonna be really cool to see him using the rice buckle. But like I said, okay, he's from the future, so he's not the present as, and therefore he is actually fighting with Buffa because of this. Next, we get to meet the cop that kills the guy itself, the cause of the one that actually instigated the entire incident itself. And he is actually talking to Sakurai Keiwa. Okay, so I believe the reason why Keiwa is talking to this guy is because they are setting up Keiwa to become a police officer. So maybe he's like, Keiwa is gonna like confront the guy like, hey, why do you shoot? Why do you do that? You should not shoot. You are a police officer. You are supposed to protect, not kill, blah blah, something like that. Maybe that is the reason. Next, we get to see this girl once again, and she is talking to someone who is full of bandages right here. We are not sure who is this bandage guy. Maybe no one important. Maybe it's the final villain of the movie. We never know, but it's just a possibility. Maybe this is the guy. Yeah, maybe this is the guy of that is like being bandaged up but in the previous scene. I think that is a huge possibility. Okay, next we get to see cute Sumari walking towards us. Subarashi, thank God for you. And next we get to see Daichi with his minion of Jyamato, like little cute Jyamatos, like good guy Jyamato, like just standing beside him talking to Ukiyo S. Maybe Ukiyo S is like trying to figure out like what is the root cause, what is the problem, like why is Jyamato fighting. So he comes to meet up with Daichi because he is kind of like the next Archimedo inline successor, something like that. Next we get to see finally Neon Kurama and Sakurai Sara itself, the two beauties in a picture. What a lovely day to be alive, okay? But as usual, Sakurai's sister, Keiwa's sister, is as a meme as usual, and Neon is just a beauty as usual, okay, like a cutie as usual. So let me just like move on with the scene right now. Next we get to see Buffa trying to protect a kid or something like that. But next we get to see Keiwa Henshin using Bujin sword and Neon using fantasy as well. I really wanted to see kind of like Neon Kurama having a kind of like a dual-sided rice buckle as well, rather than a lopsided rice buckle of fantasy. I think if we actually get to see left and right of rice buckle for Neon is gonna be amazing, but sadly that is not the case, okay? Next we get to see the battle between Pleasant Wretch and also Golden Geese, and then we get to see some more battle scene. Boom boom boom. There's and we actually get, okay, who is this Jyamato? I don't think we ever saw this Jyamato before, so we might actually get to see a few different Jyamato that we never actually get to see during the movie itself. So that is gonna be really, really fun. Next, we get to see Geats versus Geats, Golden Geats versus our usual white Geats that we know. So that is gonna be amazing. Next, get to see the rider kick of Buffa, and then we cut straight to Niram talking to Ukiyo S that you are gonna be the one that saved the world, something like that. And then Geats is gonna henshin, nothing much here, and next the title drop. So it's gonna get released next year around March. By the time we are able to watch it, it's gonna be late September. That is gonna be really reset, but then again, I'm still gonna be here. I don't think I'm gonna quit anytime soon. If nothing goes wrong, I'm gonna keep on going strong with this YouTube channel, and I hope it is gonna be a blessing for all of you who are enjoying my content, okay? Because I really want to bring joy to you guys, and I really want to bring a lot of like crazy theories to you guys as well. But with that being said, that is all from me. I'm really excited to watch the movie. Hopefully I get to travel to Japan to watch it live when it get released. It is next year March, so maybe there's a possibility, maybe not, I'm not sure. I don't think so, okay? But that is all from me. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.